I'm Allison with Be the Change Yoga, and in this short practice, I'll be demonstrating how to teach a sun salutation using the wall. So maybe you wanted to do a sun salutation but don't have a chair available and your students need a little bit more support, so this is an alternative to a chair. We'll turn to face the wall and maybe give yourself like a foot away between you and the wall. On an inhale, the arms will float up and overhead. And exhale, place your hands about shoulder height. Inhale, we'll step the right foot back. And if your students can, you're trying to wiggle that foot pretty far back for a high lunge. Your front foot can wiggle forward a little bit. Now, I really love to rock in and out here because you get a really great calf stretch. So on an inhale, bending into the knee, you can lift your chest. And then exhale, straighten the front leg and try to melt that back heel down. Flowing in and out, inhale, bend into the knee, come onto the ball of that back foot. Exhale, straighten the leg. So notice that my arms aren't really doing any of the work. They're just kind of hanging out. It's all in the lower body. Inhale, rock forward. You might lift the heart. You could add a little back bend. Exhale, rock it back. Usually I'll do a few and then I'll let students kind of explore and say, find the spot that feels best to you. So maybe some of them are in a lunge. Some of them are in that kind of pyramid variation. And you give them several breaths to kind of hang out. Then from here, we bend into the knee. Your back foot actually steps up slightly, and then the front foot steps back to meet it, and you're up on your tiptoes. So this is kind of like our plank position. Now, this is a perfect opportunity to do a couple push-ups at the wall. Push-ups on the floor are going to be a lot more challenging, but push-ups at the wall make it a little bit more accessible for some students. So on an exhale, they can bend the elbows as you bring your body towards the wall, and inhale, push away. And they can be very minor. It could be a little teeny tiny bend and then push away. And just giving them that option, how big or small they want to move. But we're trying to keep our body in that plank position. So they're not bringing their hips forward. They're not pushing their hips back. They're staying in that nice, strong plank. Then from here, if you wanted to give the option for the back bend, they could tiptoe their feet forward just a little bit more. Gently push the hips towards the wall, elbows hug in, lift the heart for like a little cobra, standing cobra. And then exhale, we walk both feet back a little bit, bring the hands down about level with the shoulders, coming into that down dog or half dog position. Typically, down dog is our pause point where we take a few deep breaths. And then since I stepped my right foot back, I'll step my right foot forward. And my toes are, a couple inches away from the wall. And let me inch that back foot further back if their body will allow. So I'm on the ball of that back foot. Inhale, I bend into the front knee, maybe lift the chest. Exhale, rock the weight back, so I straighten the front leg and I melt that back heel down, big calf stretch. Inhale, rock forward. And exhale, rock back. That's that viniyoga, flowing in and out, lots of dynamic movement before holding. And again, typically I say, okay, find the spot that feels best to you because everyone needs something a little bit different. So they hang out. They breathe into it. Maybe they swish their hips a little bit. Maybe they work their balance, trying to hover their hands off the wall. And then on an exhale, we step up into our mountain pose. Inhale, arms up and overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. So what's so wonderful about yoga is it's not a one-size-fits-all practice. And we can take any asana and give it so many variations so that everyone feels confident in their practice.